One day I was reading a book in a room, and as I read the book, it got dark outside and I didn't have a light on. The next thing I know, I'm reading in a half dark room, and my wife walks in. She says, "Do you want me to turn the light on?" I said, "No, I can see fine." And then she turned the light on, and then I realized how dark it had gotten in the room. A lot of times we get so comfortable with spiritual darkness, we don't even realize we're sitting in the dark. In other words, how comfortable has it become for you to curse? How comfortable has it become for you to gossip and tear someone's character down without knowing anything what you're talking about? How comfortable has it been for you to watch pornography on your phone right in your house with your wife sitting next to you? We get so comfortable doing things because it's a process. People don't start using heroin first day. They usually start with something like cigarettes or marijuana. It's a process. People don't start stealing cars day one. It's a process. The devil is very, very slick, and he will lure you in to enslaving your whole life a little bit at a time. I want to challenge you right now to look at your life and ask where you're at with God. What is your language like? What's your thought life like? How far have you drifted from God's holy standard in your life? And then ask yourself, how did you get there? I'm going to tell you how you got there. Very, very, very slowly. The question today is not how you got there, but how you're going to get out. And I want to challenge you to ask yourself, are you in a place where you want to be, or have you drifted very slowly and gradually too far from God? And is it time to say, Lord, that is enough. I want to start following Jesus with my whole life.
Six months later, after my wife continued to invite me to go with her to church every Sunday, and me telling her, no, thank you, I don't need that. She had developed her relationship with Jesus during my last incarceration. And so when I got out, she just kept loving me and inviting me and inviting me and inviting me, and I kept saying no. I finally accepted her offer in June, 6 months after I'd gotten out. We were pretty much broken financially, looking at a foreclosure, everything just spinning out of control for me. I think I was finally at the point where I was ready for something. Went to service, and that was the day my life started to change. Stumbled quite a bit, I still do. But that's where God began to peel the layers from me. My issues have always been approval-based. That's where my violence came from. That's where my trying to fill that hole. I needed approval. I needed approval. I needed approval. And now I know I am approved. I'm a son of God. I'm a prince. You know, my daddy's a king. 28 years clean and sober, 5 years saved, 3 years violence-free. 3 years. I have not laid a hand on a man in violence. Now I hug men. Now I love men. That's kind of weird for me. But I know that's God. That's God changing me. He has provided me with a wonderful, wonderful wife. We've been together coming up on 39 years. The grace of God has revealed to me that I am approved, and the violence is not required, not necessary anymore. I'm free. No more bars. No more bars. No more prison. No more incarceration. My mind's no longer incarcerated. My heart's no longer incarcerated.
After I surrendered to God, for the first time ever, I felt home. And it didn't matter what church I was at. It didn't matter where I was. I just knew something had happened in my heart. And for the first time, I felt an undescribable love that God had for me. I know now that I wasn't created to do time in prison. I know now that I wasn't created to be addicted to drugs. I know now that God created me to walk in the fullness of who He created me to be. I was created and designed to worship God, and today I'm forgiven and free. And I know now that the only thing that let me out of that prison was Jesus Christ. You know, here at the Rock Church, Miles is always talking about using what you've been through, what the devil intended to kill you. Miles encourages us to use it for the glory of God. I love going into the prison, and I love sharing my story of hope. I lead the prison ministry at the Rock, where we go into Donovan, we go into George Bailey, we go into these facilities around San Diego, and we just share our stories of hope with these guys. People are getting saved, lives are being changed. I also lead an international prison ministry, which is my passion. We go to different countries and we go into prisons and we share our stories of hope, and we implement a discipleship curriculum that helps convicts break the cycle of addiction and bondage in their lives.
If you ever watch TMZ, you'll see that it seems fashionable sometimes for celebrities to get arrested. It's like almost like they get arrested on purpose just so they can seem cool. And they go to jail for a couple of nights or a week or whatever, then they get out. They don't go to prison, they go to jail. And you could be in jail for a couple of weeks and deal with that, but jail is not prison. It's not long-term incarceration. There's nothing fashionable and fun about that. Our life here on earth is like jail, it's just temporary. But there is a long-term spiritual prison that we are facing called hell. The Bible says that hell was a place designed to punish the devil for all his evil. Imagine how bad that prison is. Weeping and gnashing and grinding teeth forever, non-stop. The Bible says all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God, and that the penalty of sin is death. That death is spiritual prison in hell with the devil. Matthew 25 says that hell was created for the devil and anybody else who wants to go with him. The Bible says all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God, and that the penalty of sin is death. That death is with the devil in hell. If you don't want to go there, if you don't want to spend your time on earth in jail, which is a precursor to the eternal prison that was created for the devil, all you have to do is surrender yourself as a slave of righteousness to Jesus. Admit that you're a sinner. Surrender yourself voluntarily as a bondservant to Christ and ask Him to forgive you of your sin. And He will forgive you of your sin, take residency in your heart via the Holy Spirit, and you will become His servant willingly, voluntarily, and it will be the best decision you ever made. So if you would like to become a servant, a slave, a bondservant of Christ, onto righteousness and life, pray this prayer with me. Bow your heads and close your eyes. Bow your heads and close your eyes and pray this prayer with me in the privacy of your heart. If you would like to surrender your life to Christ and become a servant of Christ, in the privacy of your heart, pray, Dear God, I know that I am a sinner, and I believe my sin is wrong, and I believe the penalty is death in an eternal prison in hell. But I want to live and exist in heaven. Jesus, I believe you died for my sin and rose from the dead. Please forgive me of my sin. Come live in my heart and be my Savior and my Lord. I surrender my life to you as your servant, your bond servant, a slave unto righteousness.